There's just a million things that we're gonna be fighting about and stressed out about. So, when you're just thinking, oh, it'll be nice to be married to you, I'm thinking about all that. I'm sure we'll work our way through it, but it's just a lot, you know? I'll try not to. I thought maybe I can make a list of everything that annoys me that you do. Like putting your wet towel on the bathroom floor and leaving it until it gets moldy, rather than bringing it to your laundry bin. Or leaving 1 pound of hair on the bathtub floor every time you take a shower and they plug the drain. Or leaving your loofah on the floor of the shower and I trip and fall on it and break my head. Or me finding one of your socks under my pillow, not liking that. Or you parking right behind me and trapping me so I can't leave the house when I have to go to somewhere and you can't find your keys and now I'm trapped. Or any other of 100 different things. And so I was thinking, rather than nag you and you roll your eyes and say whatever and slam the door and stick your tongue out at me, maybe we could have just an ongoing list. We don't say anything, where we write down something that we like the other person to stop doing, or we just discuss it, and then we keep it on a file on our computer, and then once every 2 weeks we sit down together and go through the list. So that way it's not like a daily nagging fest, but instead it's like a organized strategic meeting where we address any things that need to be ironed out. So otherwise it could be exhausting every day hearing complaints. And there's going to be the most complaints at the very beginning, when we're still figuring out what the other person doesn't like that we do, and we're still trying to develop habits that are mutually beneficial. It could be smart to just write it all down. Because I wouldn't like it if you, every day, 3 to 5 times a day, came in my room and asked me to do something right now. That'd drive me crazy. I'd never get anything done, and I'd just be angry all the time. So I think it'd be better to have like a complaint list, a complaint file that we cannot mention or address or look at all until once every 2 weeks. We could even prioritize the complaints list. So like certain stuff that we don't mind so much could be lower in priority, and then stuff that drives us insane we should put at the top of the list, so that out of love for one another we can be like, wow, really? I thought you were more annoyed that I left clothes on the floor, but the thing that annoys you the most is that I leave hair in the bathtub floor. And then you'd be like, wow, I didn't realize that was like the #1 thing bothering him. So then you might change just the top couple on a list of 20 things, and then eventually work your way to lower on the list over time. And that way, and that applies both ways, and that way we can slowly and manageably alter our habits to best accommodate one another. No, the point is not to argue and complain about non-important things. The point is that those things can cause arguing, and they can cause frustration. So it's smart to avoid argument or fighting over dumb stuff, just to write things down and then have a mature discussion once every 2 weeks about it. It's like a more structured way to handle the adjustment period, which will last probably a couple of years. Just adjusting to living with somebody. That's a big deal. Yeah, plus I don't want to be a couple that fights all the time, at least this would be like bringing all of your concerns like in a spread out way so that we can have peace in between. Where we know that our concerns are going to be addressed, but we're being patient and we don't nag one another.